This episode is brought to you by your company. That's right. As an early listener to the new and revamped AgTech Digest, we're offering early listeners and supporters of this podcast interested in sponsoring an incredibly generous discount of 75% off of our normal podcast sponsorship plans. It's our way of saying thank you for listening and supporting early on. So if you think your company would benefit and are open for a conversation, email me directly, harry@verticalfarmingpodcast.com. Thanks for listening and looking forward to your feedback.
Welcome to another episode of AgTech Digest, your go-to source for the latest in agricultural technology. In today's episode, we're diving into the latest developments shaping the future of agriculture. We'll explore late-stage funding and platform consolidation in food supply chains, examine AI-powered automation for precision weed control and autonomous drone deployment, and look at greenhouse decarbonization initiatives and biopolymer manufacturing expansion. We'll also cover carbon intensity traceability platforms, livestock management digitization, foliar nitrogen optimization technology, and sustainable rubber research programs. There's a lot to cover, so let's get started. Just before we dive in, several of our readers have asked how we track funding rounds, partnerships, and market moves across AgTech at scale. This is exactly what powers our internal market dashboard, a structured view of deals, expansions, and trends built from thousands of articles. If you're an investor, corporate, or founder looking to monitor specific segments or regions, we're happy to walk you through how others are using it. Getting into it with this week's news, GrubMarket raised $50 million in Series H funding at a $4.5 billion valuation. Late-stage capital, continued acquisition-led growth, and AI deployment across food supply chains make this the most structurally significant signal this week, highlighting consolidation and scale in agri-food platforms. Transitioning to precision agriculture, Carbon Robotics launched a large plant model for LaserWeeder systems. A foundational AI model trained on 150 million plants materially strengthens automation deployment and reinforces data-driven scaling in precision weed control. In greenhouse innovation, RVO funded a €5.6 million Sprout project to decarbonize Dutch greenhouses. Public funding supporting grid-integrated energy systems in greenhouse horticulture signals long-term infrastructure and energy transition priorities in controlled environment agriculture. Regarding sustainable materials, Ecovia Bio closed a Series B funding round to scale biopolymer manufacturing. Manufacturing expansion of bio-based polymers with agricultural applications positions this as a meaningful scale-up in sustainable inputs and materials. Moving to autonomous systems, XAG launched the P150 Max autonomous spray drone in the United States. Commercial deployment of high-capacity autonomous drones addresses labor constraints and application efficiency, with relevance for large-scale field operations. In traceability developments, Verity partnered with Bushel on grain carbon intensity traceability. Integration of farm-level data with compliance and carbon intensity scoring tools reflects growing demand for traceability and low-carbon grain markets. Additionally, Ever.Ag launched the Feedlot IQ AI platform, a decision support platform integrating health, performance, and financial data highlights continued digitization of livestock management, though limited to a specific production segment. Continuing with nutrient technology, Tidal launched a Line N foliar nitrogen technology in Canada. A new nutrient efficiency product with trial-backed yield gains adds incremental innovation in fertilizer optimization rather than system-level change. In greenhouse execution, AdeptAg partnered with FGM on greenhouse projects. A commercial execution partnership strengthening delivery capacity in North American controlled environment agriculture, relevant but incremental in scope. Finally, as we close, Let Us Grow joined the Q-Booster Consortium for Dandelion-Derived Rubber, an early-stage publicly funded research and development initiative with diversification potential, but still exploratory and long horizon. Looking ahead to upcoming industry events, mark your calendars for Agri-Expo International Exhibition and Conference for Agriculture Supplies. Following that, Future of Food Summit will take place on February 10th, 2026 in London, United Kingdom. Then we have Indoor AgCon from February 11th to February 12th, 2026 in Las Vegas, United States. That wraps up today's episode of AgTech Digest. We explored the latest developments in agricultural technology. From platform consolidation in food supply chains and AI-powered precision agriculture to greenhouse decarbonization and sustainable materials innovation, it's clear that the AgTech sector is making strides in sustainability and innovation. With significant funding rounds including GrubMarket's $50 million Series H at a $4.5 billion valuation and Ecovia Bio's Series B for biopolymer manufacturing, and impactful partnerships including Carbon Robotics' large plant model deployment, Verity and Bushel's traceability integration, and AdeptAg and FGM's greenhouse collaboration, the future of agriculture is shaping up to be smarter and more sustainable than ever before. Thanks for joining me. I'm Anna, signing off. Stay inspired and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
This episode is brought to you by your company. That's right. As an early listener to the new and revamped AgTech Digest, we're offering early listeners and supporters of this podcast interested in sponsoring an incredibly generous discount of 75% off of our normal podcast sponsorship plans. It's our way of saying thank you for listening and supporting early on. So if you think your company would benefit and are open for a conversation, email me directly, harry@verticalfarmingpodcast.com. Thanks for listening and looking forward to your feedback.